I see you wanna be down with me.
Real Talk Original Jungle Boyz.
About that because, like, you know, you talk about that shit, and then, like, I remember my dad. My dad was a soldier, and he was a soldier in Malaysia. He's a British soldier, but my dad was fucking psycho, right?
Did he have like 1,400 kills or something?
He had like a bazillion kills. I don't even
know if I'm like supposed to say all this, but like, just let you know, when I first like, you know, when we started hanging out together, I kind of just like you weren't around. I kind of pulled a drawer out because you told me to look for something, so I pulled a drawer, and then I see your dad. I opened the passport, and then you're like, you basically saw me, and you're like, look where he is, look where he is. He's like a scientist or something at the age of like 13.
Oh, he's an engineer.
As an engineer.
He was a royal engineer.
Yeah, at the age of 13. He's like, oh, and then you're like, oh, don't this is not a big deal. He has other passports that are like 14. He's like some other like a doctor, and he's like, I was like, what kind of life? He's like, oh, don't worry, man. Like,
no, he was doing all that ninja.
Uncle was doing the ninja, man. He's a Gurkha, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a Gurkha. So
tell him about that. You remember that story with Dad and the can?
Oh, okay. So I got rolling up to bro's house here. Oh boy, God rest his soul. Okay, Uncle, This is for you. Okay, I see him outside with his wang out. I'm like, what the f? I kind of am not sure because he was a big dude. Just short but stocky. He just had the craziest Malaysian eyes that you just don't want to f with. And you know, like, things gone through his life experience. You know, you just yes. You become a yes man right away.
And
right?
all his body was just tattoos and bullet holes.
Tattoos and bullet holes, scars everywhere. So I'm seeing her. He's got his wang out, so I'm like kind of like worried. You know, Uncle was at his old age at this time, so I'm kind of like, you know, is he not with it? Is he he's in the jungle, thinking he's taking a piss in the jungle somewhere? So I'm like, yeah, Uncle, like, you know, like, tell him, like, you know, your wang is kind of. He's like, you know, look at this. I'm like, what's this? And it's you know those old school ketchup like tins that you said.
Yeah. Like a coffee can, big coffee can.
Yeah. So like a coffee can, I look, it's disgusting, like browny, yellowy color. But there's like, I work with metal, I work with cars, so like, you know, I know my metal shit. And I was like, yeah, it looks like someone took like a sheet, like a kind of like a thin blade and serrated it, like just jammed it into a grinder where the thing just chunked off a bit here, chunked off. And then he's like, so that was inside when I looked in there. He's like, look here. I'm like, okay, I don't know why I have to look in a pecan. And then he puts his wang away, thank God. And he's like, you know what that is? I'm like, no, Uncle, no, I don't know what that is. He's like, you know, you take this, you stab someone, they die. The bacteria. I was like, so I thought, you know, I just walked past him. Hey, bro, your dad's outside. Yeah, God rest his soul, man.
Do you remember like that one story? He's like, he was at
even at the hospital when Uncle's old time.
Yeah,
you know, let's say, you know,
he couldn't walk at that time.
Couldn't walk at his pimping those chicks, man. He's like looking at me with his googly eyes. He's like, hey. He knew exactly what he's doing. And he's like telling these, like, I'm talking, man, like this blonde chick, smoke show. I think she was like Dutch or something. And
he starts speaking Dutch.
Because
Dad spoke like a fucking 5,000 languages.
He gets him to sit right beside him. He's like, no, closer. That chick's just like eating out of his hand. She's like, oh, you know, when I kill the guy, I shoot a bah. Yeah. The lady's like, I'm like, okay, normal people would be like, this is f***ed up. This is like, I shouldn't be This lady's like a puppy, like like this. And he looks at me and he does like this. So his eyebrows, he's like,
you know, Dad, that was Dad's catchphrase. He's like, you know what I do? Pam! One time, cauliflower come out. I'm like, what? Cauliflower? You know the brain, cauliflower. I'm like, what do you mean cauliflower? He's like, good, the brain when it come out, no blood come. Blood come later. I'm like, holy Malaysia. And this is my dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
Do you know why I stopped playing video games? I was 15.
What?
And like I stopped playing video games when I was 15 because.
But you're a computer guy.
Well, I'm a computer guy and I play some games here, but like I remember you know, the Nintendo was old and we're poor, so we just had the Nintendo.
Yeah.
And I was like hooking my Nintendo back up, and my dad was like, "What are you doing?" I go, "Oh, I was gonna play some video games." He's like, "Good, okay, you wanna play? I buy you dress, I bring you earring, and I show you off because you're a girl."
What?
Yeah, and I just unplugged the Nintendo real quick and ran away because he beat the fuck out of me or something. So you remember when we used to take him to Starbucks?
Oh, yeah.
And then he like, my dad didn't know, like he was old school. Like he didn't like, if he saw a gay person, it wasn't like, oh, he's gay. He'd be like, wow, look there. queer. That's what he would say.
Yeah,
that
but
was
he doesn't.
normal.
They're normal. He just doesn't mean anything. He talk loud. He was in the jungle and he was in the army, bro.
Yeah, he was
all his
nuts.
life.
Yeah.
all his life. So society function wise, Uncle wasn't the proper. But man, did he have stories?
Oh, dude, I seen my dad. Like, so when they came to Canada.
What the Gurkha thing? Why did you explain to some other people? Not everybody knows about the Gurkha.
So the
thing.
Gurkha had a regiment in Malaysia. They had a Gurkha regiment in the Indonesian confrontation.
So they picked him up. The British picked him up.
Well, so my grandmother.
Okay.
So my dad's dad had like 10 wives and shit, right?
Yeah, but
well,
that's normal back then.
and my great grandfather had like a bunch of wives and shit too.
Yeah, that's just normal. That's
so my great grandfather had like a bunch of wives, and then so my grandma's half sister was half white.
Okay.
Right? She was half white.
Yeah.
And she was related to some military white family in Malaysia, in Sarawak, in Kuching, right?
Okay.
And that white family liked my dad.
Okay.
And there was so many children that they said, hey, I'm going to take this guy and we're going to bring him back to England and make him a soldier. So it was an opportunity.
That was a total opportunity, man.
Yeah, so
he got how they handpicked. So he must have had good character. Like his.
No, because
he was good looking. I seen his old pictures.
No, because he's got as a
cigar.
Kid. Yeah,
he wanted to be like
he wanted to be Elvis.
He wanted to be Elvis. His hair and everything.
He wore cowboy boots.
So he had style from young age. You can see in the photos.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no like he wasn't like your guy that's gonna go in the farm and just wear.
No,
farm
my dad
clothes.
would smash your face.
Total different. Guy. He knew what mentality.
They sent him to England and they Royal Engineer. Yeah, and they brought him to war. Like this, he's like 14. And then
he must have been because those passports, bro. He looked like he's like
he was 12, a kid. Yeah,
12, 13.
So they're like in the middle of wars.
So like technically, he's like a James Bond guy, kind of.
I think he was a fucking child soldier, man. Like
child soldier.
So what happened was they brought him to like wars and they would like the tank or whatever the fuck would break down. So they trained my dad to go fix it. They're like, yeah, just kill the Chinese kid, right? Like just send the Chinese kid out. Well, they didn't realize my dad would survive. My dad survived.
He told me some. I don't know if I can say some of the stories, but he told me some stories where, he basically like outsmarted people.
Yeah, he outsmarted people.
Yeah, he told him to like basically set up a trap because he was gonna get put into like in a position where he was basically outnumbered, outgunned by everything, and because they put him basically to be the fall guy to take the thing, but he outmaneuvered him, came from behind and. I killed them all.
Yeah,
I killed them all.
Yeah, that's dad. Yeah.
I was like, man, that's my hero right there.
Kill them all.
He goes, I kill them. I kill them all.
Yeah, that's like, dad. Man. That's dad.
He got a medal, didn't he? Get it?
He has tons of medals.
That purple heart medal.
It's not a purple heart. It's like honor of something. Honor of the
like that.
Dad's medals hang off. Like they hang past his shoulder. They like go across his. Like it comes off. It doesn't look normal.
Nuts,
it's like me taking an encyclopedia and stapling it on my desk and walking around half a encyclopedia. But Dad was so nuts, and so he went out there, and he was like the engineer guy. That's why Dad knew how to weld and do all that crazy.
Yeah,
and then he became like the acting commander because his commander died.
And he took the position
on some tour. Yeah, his commander died, and then he like. He became the acting commander, and then he was telling me. So what happened was, I guess when they're in war, I don't know where, because he would never tell me where and what, because he's not allowed to. I guess I don't know.
He probably sees like those memories are probably hard for him too.
No, he has a secret briefcase with all this shit in it, and I opened it, and there's a stack of recommendation letters from a whole bunch of Australian and British companies.
Yeah,
on like he guarded pipelines and did all this crazy.
Oh, maybe made friends there and like military service.
Yeah,
okay.
Or whatever the they were doing, and then he had all these different because when my dad was in England, they didn't keep his Asian name.
No, I know
he
that.
Became Elias Austin.
Yeah. Because remember, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Elias Austin. Yeah, and then and then Dad became like Universal Soldier.
Yeah,
and then he came back to Malaysia like a hero, back to Kuching, right?
Oh wow!
And then he was like head of the public works department. He got Uncle a job. That might not be his name now, right? and they were like they ended up the British got kicked out, and then they were like running in the east side of Malaysia.
Yeah, because he was part of the government after.
Yeah,
he was like I remember him telling me stories like, I want to be Ministry of Forestry. I just become Ministry of Forestry. I just take the guy out.
Well, my uncle, he worked in the army base till he died. when he took care of my grandma because he's the oldest son.
Why didn't you join the military? You got all this military background.
I got a letter, and then my dad's like, "You never want to join," and I'm like, "Why?" He's
No,
like,
you had military going on.
"Dude, I had way too much military
street stuff going on.
Yeah, I had my own and you know what? Like my dad. You know
I
what?
probably fought more than military men fight.
My dad said to me, he's like, you go into military, you don't come back no more. He's like, you still be a laborer if you
Like
go
a worker?
Yeah, a worker. He's like, if you like, it's not like you go to the military. Like in China, you go to the military and you become like a commander.
Prestigious,
you come out, they're like, okay, you're the CEO of like Superstore. Or
Yeah, they do. That's what they do.
in China. Yeah, so it's worth it in China.
Just in case
right?
you didn't know that, for my Asian people and my non-Asian people, that like, if you in China, if you go part of their army, when you get out, you actually, the government, that's how they, hello Canada, hello Carney, somebody, listen to this.
Mayday.
Right? Listen to this. The government takes care of the war vets. The government takes care of the retiree the soldiers. You know what I mean? If you come out, this is true fact though. You come out, you become a CEO of a business. They give you that. They put you in that position. You become like, it's automatic. Even if you don't have the skills, they'll put you in such a high ranking position that you have workers for you.
Yeah.
It's just your honor for them because you did service for the country.
I know a guy that was a Canadian military guy, and he was stationed in Sweden, and he was Lebanese, and he's still around. I think he's in Lebanon,
But
now.
he was like a Canadian soldier.
He moved from Lebanon to Canada. He's like, Canada gave me this opportunity for a new life.
Yeah. And he did his deeds.
And then he did his deeds. He became Canadian, and then he got blown up with a grenade. Like his legs.
Is he like fucked up?
He's fucked up. He has shrapnel in his brain. He has to take medication so he doesn't get a stroke and all this shit.
Can he talk properly?
He can talk. He's fucking nuts. He's just like he actually met my dad. He met my dad, and they were like lovers. He met my dad. They
I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
And you know what the funny thing? The funny thing is, because this guy, like, he's older than us by like 10 years. This guy that I know, this Canadian Army guy.
Okay.
He's like, hey man, I was with your dad, and I was like, oh, you saw my dad? I'm like, cool, right? He's just like, I asked him, do you miss it? Do you miss it? Like, do you miss like
yeah, for sure. The power. Power, right?
He said my dad was. This is so my dad. He's staring like this. Because dad, you talk to him and he starts staring into
his
space.
Googly eyes, man.
And then, like
those big bulging eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then he was like, I miss it every day.
Yeah, that's scary. That's very scary.
Yeah. Dude, I watched Saving Private Ryan with my dad. And
that's a big mistake.
Dude,
I would never do that. I would never do that.
He started getting flashbacks.
I would never do. Exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. He's gonna be like, Warren.
Yeah. Yeah. And he just went crazy. Like he was marching and like yelling out coordinates and shit. Like I was just like, man, this guy's crazy, dude.
So what happened with this guy? This Canadian soldier guy?
Anyways, he worked for the Canadian and he got blown up, and then he realized that he was like
he got blown up.
He realized that he was like murking his own people.
So what do you mean? Like he went overseas?
No, he's from Lebanon originally.
Lebanon. So he's from
they moved to Edmonton.
He's from a war country. We went to I can't say Lebanon, all Lebanese people, but like whereas there's action happening more than here, and then comes here and he does his deeds, does his proper, becomes Canadian because of opportunity, and then he wants to go back to war to service the country, I guess, to give back to Canada. That's cool, dude, man.
Yeah, and then he realized he's murking his own people. He
wasn't a little bit horny that I gotta get back into action kind of thing.
No, because he's all fucked up now, and then so he was like he quit the military.
Well, kind of, I guess, bro, I think he has to kind of, you have shrapnel in your brain. Like,
oh, yeah, that's why he had to quit. And then he came here, and then, like, the cops are on him for everything now. He's a farmer, and, like,
he's a farmer here local?
Yeah, he's a farmer. He had to submit all his weapons. They but
this is Canada. You got to submit all your weapons no matter what.
Yeah, no, but like this is 10 years ago.
Then they were on to him for something. Maybe they thought his screws were loose, and he's gonna maybe go crazy.
No, they thought he was like probably a spy or something, I guess. And then he's like, dude, I served. I was a Canadian.
What the?
Yeah,
man?
so
that's you get blown up. Like
that's what he used to say. He's like, I get blown up for the country and this and that. But like, I don't think this is systemic. Like, I don't think this is like, oh, Canada's bad for doing it. I think it's probably just a mistake because like there's other guys that I know that were soldiers and they come out and they're normal and like they're like, oh yeah, I weld now. Like,
yeah.
There's a lot of guys
everybody takes it, and everybody's experience is different.
Yeah.
So like your internal, some people don't bring that side out until they see the battlefield. And then when they react to the battlefield, some people have had such a traumatized childhood that's fucking a walk in the park for them.
Yeah,
That's vacation for them. So when they come back, I mean, obviously it all adds up, but when they come back, it's like, okay, continuing in life is just a normal
in
day.
Malaysia, I live on the army base. Like I lived on the army base and like it's so funny because when you're in Canada,
You see a lot of bombs.
I seen the gunner go. I seen like because there was this thing that this siren that would go off, and then
Then everybody's on like go
we
time.
have pirates
Yeah.
where I live, and they're terrorist pirates.
Yeah, that's like the Somalian types. You know?
No, they're not. So they're Asians, but
No,
they're
the
like,
Asian types, but I know
Yeah,
I've seen the bomb.
And they have
they
like
start a season.
they have rebels, and then they have like all this other going on. I don't know I just knew that the siren goes off.
Because you were small that time.
Yeah, I was
right?
a baby, right?
Yeah.
And then like the siren goes off, the gunner's upstairs. My mom grabs me.
Who would they be fighting? Like just the rebels and the people internal?
I don't
It's
know.
not- it's not a different
so
country.
it was some like there was the Indonesian confrontation, and then there was like
Wasn't there an east and a west or?
this is in East Malaysia. So
Yeah,
the Indonesians tried to invade us,
Yes, that's right.
and
That's right.
because we weren't part of Malaysia before, we
That's
were the
right.
island of
You-
Borneo,
you-
right?
Island of Borneo.
Yeah, and then well, anyways, but yeah, so the Indonesians tried to take the island back, and then like and I guess this is what that was called the Indonesian confrontation.
Yeah.
And then that, from what I was told, and then I don't know what this you won't even see this in the news, bro. Like,
Oh, no.
But there's like these like these corals in the 80s and then like the gunner would go off. And in Kota Kinabalu, I don't know if they went through that, but like my mom, she grabs me, my brother, and my sister, and locks us in the closet and gives my sister a pistol. And
to fight.
because I can hear the like bombs going off outside. I didn't
So
see
you gotta
it.
protect. You gotta protect.
Yeah, no, she's like, if this door opens up and it's
Fire.
not, if it's not me,
Yeah.
right?
Wow,
shoot your
bro.
two brothers and shoot yourself in the head.
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah. That was when I was a kid, right?
Fuck.
And like most like I think most Malaysians, I guess, like even in Kuching, like who knows, right? Because this is like on the army side. I don't usually think they could make it to the city in Kuching at that time or whatever.
Just to a jungle.
We were like on an outpost kind of thing, right? So
Okay.
like yeah, so like the people in the city didn't probably know that what's going
For
on.
sure.
Because this it's not like, and then I was like,
Plus, it's all quarantined off, kind of, right? So they're like there. It's
it's like
internal stuff.
it's a barracks
Base,
thing,
right?
I
Yeah.
remember Dad came home. I think I told you this story too. Dad came home and he didn't even know he was shot, and then like he comes,
What?
he comes home like see a helicopter land.
Is
Dad.
that the back one?
It was leg,
The
leg.
leg one? Okay.
And
So-
it's like, it should have been like an artery in the leg. He didn't know because he's like, I don't know if my dad was like super commando soldier because he was super brave, or he was so like dumb that his body could not register
He
pain.
just seen a lot of
because he was so
fucking-
nuts.
He was so nuts, yeah.
So-
he's just seen so much trauma, and he's just another. It's like a walk in a park.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
"Yeah, blast off my arm. Who cares? I'll just keep. My left arm's working. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
right. His brain was so I can't say so aggressive, like toned.
Even then, when we were working on the '87 Civic, and I accidentally cut his finger off,
Oh yeah, I remember this story.
he
This
stuck
is
his
epic.
finger in the timing belt, and then I cut his finger off. He just looked at it, full blown Saving Private Ryan, and he just lit a cigarette, and he just sat there, and he's just like, "Who's taking me to the hospital?"
Yeah, I remember he telling
And
me
he's
this.
smoking in the hospital, and then the lady looked at it. She's like, "Oh, you gotta take some time." Da 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 da. He's like, well, "What's the problem?" My dad's like, "Nah, look." And the lady's like, "Oh my god, you right?" So the lady's like, "Oh, they're trying to stab my dad, like freeze it."
Yeah.
My dad's like, "Ugh." He grabbed the plier thing and boom, snapped the bone off. The tip bone sticking out.
Yeah.
He used the side cutters. And he just ping. I'm just like, holy right? And then
Jeez, man.
she's just like, oh my god, the doctor came and she's like, you're not supposed to do that. Like you can up your bones. And
Yeah.
he's like, I just burn it with a cigarette. They're like, no. And they just because my dad's he's smoking in the hospital.
That's nuts.
But like,
that's nuts.
yeah, that's how. And then the funny thing is, I found the other finger, like the other piece.
I don't know by the cart.
Yeah, it was by the car. And then we're like, here, we put it on ice, but the fingers started just turning black. Yeah, that's a story about my dad and his finger thing. But yeah, he cut his finger and then they sewed it back up. And actually, after that happened, I was so freaked out. I was 25 and I was working on the car.
with the finger. Because you told me you thought he was going to kill you.
I thought he was going to kill me. So
You
right,
thought-
right when his finger came off, I dropped my tools.
I would have ran away.
No, I was all greasy. I just went into my room and went to bed and I tried to fall asleep. I was there.
You know,
I was all greasy.
If you have had some trauma in your life, the number one technique to get away from trauma is quickly go to your room and quickly put on covers and pretend you're asleep.
Yeah. So I went.
And then when you hear the door creak open, you know it's go time and it's gonna go sideways.
Yeah, because and then my mom's like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's a dream. I was probably in there for like 2 minutes. She's like, you're gonna drive your dad to the hospital. And then I was like, oh, it was a dream. At first, she woke me up and I was like, oh, it was a dream.
This is
And then she's like, you're gonna drive dad to the hospital. I'm like, it's real.
Reality set in.
I'm driving to the hospital and I'm like, Dad, I'm so like he's gonna fucking fuck me up like bad, right?
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, you know, you shouldn't start the car when my finger's in there. In my head, I'm like, how the can I look into the engine bay while I'm straight cranking the car?
Yeah, he's in the front of the engine.
He's in the he comes home from
Why
work.
does he have his finger there?
Why do you have your finger in the like? What the you doing, right? Anyways, so that happened, and okay, I digress. So what happened was one time Dad was coming home from the war, and we're at home, and he's wearing camo, all his camo, right? So my Asian parents, my mom's like, oh, you're wet. Take off your clothes. Take off your clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
So my mom's like, he's walking, back,
Yeah,
and my mom's like undressing him,
okay,
like outside, like this is jungle, right?
yeah. No,
And
he was not shy. I know that much.
Yeah, his dink's everywhere.
His dink was everywhere.
Everybody got some dink.
Yeah.
My dad. And then, what's it called? He was shot in the fucking leg. He didn't even know. He thought it was just wet camo,
Yeah.
but he had a fucking hole in his leg. And so, like, they
Shit.
called, like, medic. He's like, oh, I need to eat. He went to go. He's sitting down at the table eating. Medic comes to our house on the barracks or whatever it is. He's supposed to go to the medical.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, F that.
Just went home.
He's eating.
Just
So
eating.
while he's eating, I'm sitting there eating with my dad. Like I how the did my mom time dinner time with like
Everything going on.
war coming in? Maybe it's good timing. I don't know. We're eating, right? And my dad had a mole right here, like a black one. You know the Chinaman? It looks like a big black bean sauce.
Yeah.
While we're eating, my dad always feels the mole because I guess when he was younger, it was bigger. To me, it was just a dot.
Yeah.
And then he goes and he has those old school razors to shave.
Oh my God.
You know, with the blade?
Don't tell me.
He saws it off at the dinner table
Oh my
and
God.
puts it on the end of his plate and he's eating. Blood is running down
Oh, for sure. It's
his
an open.
face.
It's an open wound.
and
Like
it's dripping into
because
his food.
those things, you're not supposed to do that.
Well, he does it all the time. This is Thursday. And
This is like get surgery, like actual surgery.
no, man, he's eating. The blood's dripping off his face and it's going into his food. His rice is turning pink.
Like ketchup.
No, like pink
Oh.
color. Because it's mixing with the like soup and, we have the Malaysian,
Yeah.
like some curry on the side and some whatever.
Yeah.
It's turning pink and he's just eating his blood. But and then I'm eating and then like my brother's like totally like doesn't know, like I was the only one that notices it. Like my older brother's just like, hey, like, I saw like, okay, they have these little frogs.
Okay.
And my brother like grabbed, because he used to go to school in Malaysia.
yeah.
And these frogs, you can put your finger up, and it's fully grown, and it's the size of the tip of your finger. It's a micro frogs.
Shut up.
Yeah, and they're in ponds. Like on the way, you could see like a little puddle.
Do they grow bigger or what?
No.
That's they're micro frogs.
They're micro frogs.
Those
They're
are
stand
cool.
on a penny.
What?
Yeah, so it's on his on his finger, and he kept talking about he saw found a frog today, and my sister is like such a piece of shit, she stepped on it. She just slapped out his hand and stepped on it.
Just killed the dreams right there.
That's why I think my sister, she's crazy, right? Because she's like, if you start killing animals at like a young age, you're f***ed up, right?
Yeah, I got a story for that. You know what happened?
What?
Accidentally in kindergarten.
What?
So they gave us like, you can take a pet home. Might bring me some flack. I had what was it? What was the first? Not in television. It was after in television. What was after in television?
Activision.
No,
Commodore 64.
Commodore 64.
That's the shiznit.
Is it really? Because we had in television, we only had one.
You had the
controller.
computer Commodore 64 or the
The
home
television,
system?
it's a home system. The
Yeah.
television with the snafu goes chick, chick, chick,
Okay.
chases each other. Well, we bring this in kindergarten. They gave us a stupid rabbit. They're like, oh, you can take a pet home if you want. So somehow I don't know why a rabbit ended up coming in a cage. It got loose in my house. And then rabbits eat wires.
They eat anything.
Yeah, well, they ate the wire. So that rabbit, as soon as went back to kindergarten, that was the last of that rabbit. Somebody was like, somebody. I'm not saying who.
So the rabbit died.
The rabbit died.
Well, that's kind of like, it's not your fault. It's your.
It was like,
You didn't intentionally, like, I knew a girl with 13 years old.
well,
She found like a mouse, or no, she stole a hamster. With 13, she stole a hamster from a back, everybody's like drinking and smoking pot. She stole a hamster from like a pet etcher or something.
Yeah.
And she's like throwing it against walls.
Oh, that's just
No, and then she stabs in the head with a screwdriver.
Okay, then
And
she's deranged.
she's f***ing deranged.
She's
right?
mentally deranged. Yeah, those people. Yeah, there's something wrong with them.
Yeah,
It's
there's
living. It's a living thing. Like,
that's
that one. The
that
rabbit
thing's an
thing.
accident.
Yeah, the rabbit thing. There was some vendetta, some hate going on, right? So that rabbit had to go because like after that, I did no in television, no gaming. The whole up the whole system, and when you're poor and you're old, and like your parents can't afford it.
Yeah,
it's not like they can go to buy a new system. So for months, like nothing until we found something at the garage sale or something.